Tonight I have the pleasure of introducing our next performer. She's a beautiful, fabulous woman who I have taken several classes with, and I just enjoy her presence all the time. She's fantastic. Her name is Ann Frazier, and she's an actor, and she is excited to be here tonight.
I don't have a bicycle, but I want to get one. So this is a piece that I wrote part of a while ago and wrote a lot more of today. So it's quite still in the workings. So hope you'll come along with me on this journey. As I drive down Burbank Boulevard in North Hollywood on a very rainy Saturday afternoon at 3:59 p.m., looking for the Ronnie Chapman Theater, I see a few older men standing near the road, holding some kind of flyer, and realize with a sinking feeling that this must be the place. Of course, this is so fucking unorganized and random, with some weirdos holding a flimsy piece of paper out in the rain. I should have known that. But I guess I was hoping it'd be different. What have I gotten myself into? I start to wonder as I pull my car up, and the guy holding the flyer with salt and pepper hair, along with a couple other guys, approach. I can see by their looks that they clearly think I'm in the wrong place. I guess I'm not what they were expecting either. Is this the Ronnie Chapman Theater? I ask. Are you here for the meeting? The salt and pepper haired guy asks back. I probably look too normal for them, too clean cut. Yes, I tell them, and suddenly they're all smiles. Great, says Mr. Salt and Pepper, and trots off back to the road with his sign while the others give me suggestions on where to park. As I walk over, I'm still trying to convince myself that I was meant to come here. It's too many coincidences to ignore. A few days ago, when I was getting a tea at a local Starbucks, I saw a flyer, stuck on a blackboard all by itself, and I immediately recognized the picture and the name under it. A meeting to discuss the teachings of Gurdjieff. What the hell was that doing in a Los Angeles Starbucks? A meeting to discuss the teachings I grew up surrounded unknowingly by on a small commune in Oregon? I mean, not many people have even heard of Gurdjieff. What the hell is this poster even doing here in Los Angeles? I was so taken back that I took a picture of it. But when I saw the day and time of the meeting, I knew I wouldn't be able to go, even though I was quite curious to see what they talk about. Because although I was raised by adults like my parents following those teachings of Gurdjieff, doing the work, as they call it, I mean, the work was actually a complete mystery to all of us kids. The adults never told us what they were doing, why they were doing it, or why we were doing what we were doing. I mean, mostly my world growing up seemed normal. I mean, it consisted of going to school like every other kid, Monday through Friday, except my school was on a farm, and we literally called it the farm school. We didn't take a school bus, we did carpools. We got dropped off at the edge of the farm where we had to walk a very long, unpaved driveway to reach the school, which took about 20 minutes. The bell we had was an actual metal bell that the teachers would ring when it was time to come in. We had no lockers. Instead, we had wooden cubbies to put our stuff in, including our lunches that we brought every day, and our shoes, which we were not allowed to wear in the building. It was a two-story building divided into the upstairs for older kids and the downstairs for the younger kids. The building itself and everything in it, like the cubbies, the tables, the shelves, etc., were built by the adults on the farm. During lunch and our breaks, we had the entire farm with many places to explore, including an herb garden that my friends and I often played in. Also, some of our classes would be conducted outside on the farm. Our teachers were parents who volunteered to teach, so they could teach in whatever style they wanted and pretty much whatever they wanted. So, I mean, but we got most of the basics, like English, math, geography, except Fridays, when we'd be divided up and the boys would do wood carving, mechanics, and other manly stuff, while the girls would learn sewing, weaving, cooking. This was yet another unexplained mystery that I accepted as a kid, but now I wonder at. Also, movements every Saturday. These were like strange traditional dances that we learned, also another mystery. Why were we doing them? I don't know. Sundays, we all went to work on the farm for the entire day. I mean, seriously, we'd get there at like 6 a.m. and we would be there until at least 5 or 6 p.m. And we would actually work on the farm because it was a working farm and it needed to be worked. Even though, like most families who went to the farm, my mom had a real job working 5 days a week as a dental hygienist. I mean, we would still go to the farm and she would work whatever task was assigned to her for the day. And as a kid, you just accept it. That's your world. But now I think back on it and I'm wondering, what was the point of it? I mean, what is it that Gurdjieff thought everyone was going to achieve by working on a farm once a week? It just seems bizarre. So this is why I'd come to this meeting, even though I hadn't been planning on coming until literally 20 minutes beforehand. My work event that I was supposed to be at all day long had been canceled due to the heavy rain. And I'm sitting at home, too tired to do anything productive, so I'm watching an episode of Castle. I've completely forgotten about the flyer. Castle and Becca are investigating a murder, as usual. And suddenly, they discover that the victim was raised in a cult, and that totally changes everything in their case. And I'm thinking, oh, here we go again. People raised in cults. So fascinating. Everybody's so interested. Except I wish I knew how to describe more of what I went through, but it wasn't very clear to me, so I can't. And then I realized, that flyer, and that meeting is today. But it's pouring rain. And even though, as curious as I am to unlock the mysteries of my childhood, it seems I am now a true Los Angelian, because I'm thinking, I don't know, this meeting is like downtown, or Culver City, or across the hill, like, I don't think I'm gonna go. But I still have the picture of the flyer on my phone. So I look it up and I'm amazed to see that the address is literally 2 miles from where I live. And it's fate, I conclude. So as crazy as it sounds, here I am, walking up the stained and very sad-looking old stairs of some decrepit, rundown theater in North Hollywood, hoping that this meeting, and maybe even Mr. Salt and Pepper Hare, will have the answers as to how and why I was raised in the way that I was. Wow.